printing press that we'll be using for this project is called the Provisional press. This is created by Steve Garst, and it is essentially a design that he created so that people could make their own press using store-bought materials in an affordable way and with basic woodworking tools. I'm going to share the plans for this press to you as well, so that if you choose to, you can actually make your own printing press just like this on your own. We have a few of these in our print shop, and we'll be using them for this wood type, movable type printing project. So as you can tell, I have a little bit of type already set up in here. These are still loose. I have the type here in place, and what I have in between and locking them up kind of tightly is some wood blocks. They're called furniture, and this is the one that's in between the words. This is what holds everything in place on the press bed. Something else that I have in here already are a couple of tools called coins. These are challenge coins. They work as a kind of a wedge. They sort of expand as they are pushed against each other in this way, and I use something called a coin key to do this motion that expands them. And I have one here at the bottom, and I also have one set here along the side. And I don't know if you can see it in the video, but I also have a few of these registration pins already in place. These are going to be what holds the paper in the right place as I make the print. So what I want to do first of all is to go ahead and lock up these coins to make sure that my wood type doesn't wiggle around as I print. So we're going to make sure it's all nice and tight and in place. I'm giving it the wiggle test to make sure that there's no movement in this type before I print. Now I have some black ink already laid out as well. And I do want to point out that this is not water-based ink. For wood type, you really don't want to put water on it because the water will make the fibers of the wood swell. So you're going to really damage any wood type that way. So you definitely want to use only oil-based or rubber-based ink for printing off of wood type. All right, I have a pretty good layer of ink laid down. Now I'm going to take a piece of paper, tuck it into those registration pins that I have sitting on the side here, and just let the paper drape over the type. And I'm going to put 3 pieces of cardstock on top to give it just a little bit more added pressure. And the way this press works is there's a cylinder in here that will roll over the type, and this is what applies the pressure against that paper to transfer the ink onto the paper. So let's go ahead and give it a push. And then we'll just lift it up gently. Be careful not to shift it around as you lift it, and you'll see that the type has transferred its ink onto the sheet of paper. So for this printing project, you're going to get a chance to complete this phrase, I am. And you're going to set your own wood type and print it on a provisional press. We'll have a selection of different wood types for you to choose from. You'll pick out your letters, you'll set it in place. And then tighten it with the furniture and the coins that are available. And for these letters, we're going to print them in red. And just apply a layer of ink across the surface. Put down a few layers to make sure there's a good solid layer of ink. You'll set the pre-printed page in the same place where these paper guides are. Put down some extra paper and cardstock for a little bit of added pressure. And you'll have your finished print.